You spent 8 hours today working. Yet, if I asked you to name one thing you produced that actually moved the needle on your career, you'd probably pause. You answered dozens of emails, sat through 3 sync meetings, and updated a spreadsheet no one will read twice. In the 2026 economy, that isn't work, it's pseudo-productivity, visible busyness used as a stand-in for real progress. While you're cranking widgets, something harsher is happening in the background. The rules of the game are changing. Shallow work, tasks that can be explained in a manual or reproduced by a prompt, is now a commodity. If an AI can do it, your value in that task is zero. The only remaining competitive advantage, the only thing that earns an AI premium, is deep work. This is the ability to concentrate without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. It is becoming increasingly rare at the exact moment it is becoming exponentially more valuable. If you want to get the edge in this environment, you don't just protect your job, you create massive leverage. To understand why, look at the fiber optics of your brain. Learning a hard skill requires intense focus because it triggers myelination. Think of myelin as fatty insulation. When you focus deeply on one problem, you fire a specific neurocircuit repeatedly, and your brain wraps it in insulation. Signals move faster, thinking becomes cleaner, skill compounds. But when you work while checking Slack every 10 minutes, you scatter your attention across too many circuits. Nothing gets insulated. You don't get better, you stay average. The elite understand this intuitively. At MIT's Stata Center, world-class theoreticians practice cognitive athletics. They'll stand at a whiteboard for 6 hours, staring at a single problem. This whiteboard effect isn't about the tool, it's about the pressure. The shared social space forces a level of intensity 20% higher than what you can maintain alone. In these circles, focus isn't a soft skill, it's a high-status behavior. You don't need an MIT whiteboard, but you do need a system that protects your humanity from the digital fog. To get the edge in 2026, execution is the only metric that matters. Here is your actionable blueprint to reclaim your focus. First, implement a pull system. Most professionals live in push mode, reacting to whatever arrives in the inbox. Instead, keep only 3 active projects at the top of your list. Everything else, emails, small fixes, future ideas, goes into a waiting queue. You only pull a new project into an active slot when one of the top 3 is finished. This kills the administrative overhead tax that drains energy from half-started work. Second, master the depth trigger. Often, we procrastinate because the start is painful. Create a physical trigger, like putting on specific noise-canceling headphones or lighting a specific lamp that signals to your brain the work begins now. By ritualizing the entry into the state of focus, you remove the decision fatigue of choosing to start. You simply follow the cue. Third, run the Roosevelt Dash. Choose a deep task and give yourself exactly half the time you'd normally allot. If a report usually takes 2 hours, give it 60 minutes. This creates attention sprints. When the clock is tight and the stakes are clear, the Pavlovian urge to check your phone disappears because you are running a race against your own output. Fourth, the shutdown ritual. Your brain carries attention residue when tasks stay open. At the end of every day, review your calendar, update your task list, and say out loud, "Shutdown complete." This is a psychological trigger. It tells your brain it's safe to stop looping, allowing you to actually be present with your family and recharge your cognitive battery. Finally, schedule distraction blocks. Quitting the noise is unrealistic. Instead, contain it. Give yourself specific 20-minute windows for shallow triage, scrolling, news, or inbox clearing. If you aren't in a distraction block, you are in a focus block. One final twist. Stop trying to have a perfect plan. Your plan will fail by midday, a meeting will run long, a child will get sick. The modern sovereign professional doesn't win by rigid control, they win by resetting fast.
When the plan collapses, don't quit. Rebuild it for the hours that remain. The goal isn't to do more, it's to do fewer things at a natural pace with obsessive quality. In a world full of people busy doing nothing, the most dangerous person at the table is the one who can actually focus. That is how you get the edge. Go find yours.